There are good mornings, bad mornings, and then there's my morning. The kind that starts with me waking up looking like a feral raccoon after losing a fistfight with a blender. I don't even open my eyes at first. I just lie there, face mashed into my pillow, thinking, if I don't move, maybe life won't notice me. Life notices me anyway. My phone buzzes like a dying mosquito on the nightstand. Another buzz. Then 3 in a row. I groan. If this is someone asking for a favor, I swear I'll commit a mild crime. I reach for my phone, don't find it, slap the air twice, and finally knock it onto my forehead. Fantastic. A concussion to go with my beauty. The screen flashes awake. And there it is, the little red icon of doom. Heat tracker. Your cycle is due. Prepare assistance? I squint at it, brain not fully booted. No, don't you dare. I'm emotionally unavailable. But the phone glitches. The button is supposed to give me options like notify trusted alpha or silence for later or throw phone into volcano. But my delightful traitorous phone jumps straight to send alert. My thumb, the stupid traitor, taps twice. The screen flashes white, sent to Aiden Cross, emergency alpha contact. I swear the world stops. The birds outside stop. My soul stops. No! What? Why no? I fling the phone onto my bed and stare at it like it personally ruined my life, which, to be fair, it just did. Aiden Cross. The alpha equivalent of a glacier with trust issues, emotionally allergic to everything except leadership and glaring. The man who, last week, told a crying beta, tears won't fix your scheduling error. And that man now has my heat alert. My life is a sitcom, I whisper, and I'm the underpaid extra. I grab my pillow, press it over my face, and let out the loudest scream my lungs can manage. The pillow absorbs nothing. My problems remain. My dignity evaporates. Perfect. I blame my friends. Actually, no. I blame alcohol and group stupidity, and the fact that I, Ren, certified Omega Diva, breathtaking disaster, and walking chaos magnet, apparently thought I had game. We were at the annual company trip, the one where everyone pretends to bond but really just fights for free buffet food and tries not to embarrass themselves. Except me. I always embarrass myself. It's my brand. My friends, traitors, all of them, were on their 3rd bottle of something suspicious when Mira said, Ren, dare, go to Aiden's room and seduce him. I choked on my drink so violently, I nearly achieved out-of-body experience. Aiden, the Alpha CEO, the man who makes printers work by glaring at them, him? Exactly, Mira said, smirking. Use your Omega charm. You're a diva, Ren. Own it. Oh, they did not just... I stood, flipped my hair, channeled Beyoncé plus disaster energy. Fine, I said. I am a diva. Watch me. They cheered. I regretted my existence. But there I was, marching down the hallway to Aiden's suite like I wasn't about to destroy my entire life. I knocked. No answer. I should have turned around. Walked away, pretended I hallucinated the dare. But no. I knocked again. The door opened. And there he was, Aiden Cross, my boss, my alpha boss, in a black shirt, sleeves pushed up, hair slightly messy, looking like he stepped out of a slow-burn romance novel and into my personal nightmare. He blinked at me. Ren? Okay. Cool. Now was the moment to back out gracefully, apologize, and flee. So naturally, I did the opposite. I put a hand on my hip, leaned on the doorframe, and said in full diva mode, Hey, boss. Quick question. If I enter heat, you busy, or can you help? Aiden froze. I froze. The entire universe froze. My brain screamed, What did you just say? But my mouth was like, we ball. Aiden stepped closer. My back hit the wall behind me. I squeaked, like a toy. He braced one hand beside my head, leaning in just enough to steal every functioning neuron in my skull. His voice dropped, low, smooth, dangerous. Are you trying to seduce your boss? No, I lied immediately. Yes, maybe. It was a dare. I'm a diva. Don't judge me. He chuckled. Chuckled. The first time I ever heard that noise from him. Before I could die from embarrassment, he slid one hand around my waist. I went rigid. He reached with the other hand and plucked my phone straight out of my pocket. Hey, what the, Aiden? He unlocked it with terrifying ease, went to my heat tracker, and added his number under emergency alpha contact. My jaw dropped. Then he looked at me, eyes warm with something I did not have the emotional stability to process. Well, he murmured, do you want a demo tonight? A demo. Tonight. A demo. My heart did a full Olympic gymnastics routine. I made a noise no adult should ever make. Then I turned around and ran. Full speed. Down the hall. Shoes slapping. Dignity left behind like a fallen soldier. Behind me, I heard Aiden laugh. Laugh. At me. At my cuteness, apparently. I ran straight back to my friends, gasping like I'd outrun a bear. Mira grabbed my arm. What did he say? What happened? Did you seduce him? I stared into the void. He said, nothing, I whispered. Absolutely nothing. Goodbye. I'm moving to another country. I collapsed face first into a couch cushion while my friends screamed in disbelief. And that was the moment that started everything. 10 minutes later, there's a knock at my door. Not a normal knock either. Not the friendly, hey Ren, did you borrow my charger? Kind. No, it's the solid I am law and order kind of knock. I freeze in the hallway like a deer that regrets every decision that led it here. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, he's not leaving. Of course he's not. I open the door an inch and peek out. And yep, there he is. Aiden. All black clothes, all broad shoulders, all intimidating silence. Standing in front of my door like the final boss of my stress levels. Ren? He says my name like it's a weather report. Serious, unavoidably true. I squeak. Actually squeak. Hey Aiden, wow, you're here, early, and suddenly, and at my house. I motion vaguely at the air. Like a demon on fast delivery. His eyes narrow. You sent an alert. I laugh. It sounds like a broken car trying to start. Oh, that? Funny story. Hilarious, really. Absolute peak comedy. That was a glitch. Total accident. You don't have to, do the whole alpha rescue mission thing. He stares at me, silent, unblinking. I can feel my soul exiting my body. You sent an alert, he repeats, slower this time, as if I'm illiterate. I came. Internally, I scream, bro, it wasn't a marriage proposal. Externally, I smile in the way people smile when asking kidnappers for water. Right. Yes, of course, but really, you can leave. I'm fine. So fine. Hyper fine. Ultra fine. Aiden looks at me like he can smell the lies leaking out of my pores. Ren. Just my name. Just that. And yet my spine straightens like he's my school principal. What? I snap, because panic makes me defensive. I'm not dying. I'm not even in heat yet. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe. His eyes flick to my neck, where my scent gland pulses faintly. Why did my body betray me? Why is biology like this? You're close, he says calmly. I choke on air. Close to what? A mental breakdown? Yes, but that's normal. He steps past me, into my apartment like he pays rent. I spin around. Hello? Boundaries? He looks around the space, ignoring me entirely. Where do you keep water? You need to stay hydrated if your cycle is starting. Oh my God, I grab my hair. I didn't ask for a nanny alpha. I asked for you to leave. He glances at me. One glance, and somehow I shut up. This is illegal. Someone arrest him. Aiden walks into my living room like he owns the place, sets his jacket over a chair, rolls up his sleeves, opens my windows like this is his house. I stand behind him, sputtering like a malfunctioning kettle. What are you doing? I demand. Preparing the room. He doesn't even look at me, the audacity. For what? You're staying? My voice cracks with disbelief. He turns. You are not safe alone. Safe from what? I gesture wildly. Myself? My hormones? Okay, fair point, but still. He steps closer, too close. Close enough that I can smell his scent, cold cedar and something sharp like winter steel. My instincts do a backflip. My brain malfunctions. You aren't stable, he says. My emotions aren't stable, I correct. Physically, I'm, well, also unstable, fine. But still. He moves to the kitchen, opens cabinets, finds a kettle, starts boiling water. I blink at him. Are you just moving in? Is that what's happening? Should I draw up a lease? Ren. He says my name with that same alpha patience, which somehow makes me feel like a toddler and also a startled rabbit. I'm staying. No, you're not. I am. You're not. He finally looks at me, straight in the eyes. The air goes tight for a second. I'm not leaving you alone while your cycle activates. And just like that, something low in my stomach flips. I hate it. I hate him. I hate me. I hate heat biology. I hate this entire episode of my life. I throw my hands up. Fine, stay. But if my hormones attack you, I'm not responsible. His lips twitch, barely, but oh, I saw it. A threatening hint of a smile. I'll manage, he says. Oh, fantastic, I mutter. Olympic-level sarcasm unlocked. Aiden finishes brewing the water like this is domestic bliss and not me internally combusting. Then he sits on my couch, comfortably, settled, like he's planning to be here forever. I drop onto the opposite couch cushion and bury my face in a pillow again. This is my villain origin story, I mumble. I can feel it. Aiden responds without looking at me. I can hear you. I want you to hear it. And that's how I end up trapped in my own home. With the cold, terrifying alpha I accidentally summoned like a cursed Pokemon. God help me. Morning arrived like a slap. I woke up drooling on my own arm, hair sticking up like a rejected dandelion, and the very unwelcome sight of Aiden standing in my tiny kitchen. Correction. The alpha was in my kitchen. My kitchen, which could barely fit me, and here he was, tall, broad, looking like someone put a murder weapon in a suit. He had sleeves rolled up, brows drawn in concentration, one giant hand pressing buttons on my ancient microwave like he was interrogating a criminal. The microwave, naturally, was beeping like it was begging for mercy. What? I croaked. Are you doing to that poor appliance? He didn't look at me. I am warming food. It looks like you're threatening it. Silence. Then he pressed one more button. The microwave sparked, then flashed, then exploded with a small poof, smoke curling out like it had finally given up on life. I slapped a hand over my mouth, not because I was scared, but because I was about to laugh myself into an early grave. Aiden calmly stared at the smoking machine. It malfunctioned, he said. I snorted. Oh, really? Was that before or after you bullied it into ascending to the afterlife? His jaw tightened, but he said nothing. The man accepted my roasting like it was his karmic duty. I crossed my arms, leaning against the wall. So, Alpha, first question of the day. Did you come here to break my appliances or just my sanity? He turned to face me then, slow, heavy, controlled. His presence filled the room like a tide, cold, powerful, and annoyingly attractive. I came, he said simply, because you might need help. In case what? I scoffed. My toast tries to assassinate me? My cereal files a lawsuit? I'm fine. His eyes lowered slightly, scanning my face with that unsettling intensity. You're close to preheat. I blinked. I'm close to... what? No, I'm not. I feel normal, perfectly fine, completely stable. My voice cracked on the last word. He raised one eyebrow. I slapped my hands over my face. Okay, maybe a little unstable, I admitted through my fingers. He stepped closer, slow enough to not spook me, large enough that the air heated in my lungs. Ren, he said softly, I'm not here to upset you. Really? I looked him dead in the eye. Because existing in my apartment is already upsetting. His lips twitched. Barely. But I saw it. Aiden. Almost. Smiled. Chemistry simmered dangerously. I panicked and pointed at the microwave corpse. Anyway, you're banned from technology. Forever. He nodded once like I'd just declared a sacred law. Understood. And that was the worst part. Because somehow his obedience made my stomach flip like a messed up butterfly. Aiden planted himself on my couch like he paid rent, which he did not. Yet. He sat there, arms crossed, silent, brooding, staring at the wall like it offended him. I snapped a picture. Because my friends, they needed to see what I was going through. I dropped it into our group chat. Emergency. The alpha is in my house. He's sitting like he owns the place. The replies flew instantly. Mira, hello? So you have a boyfriend now? Jun, look at him. That man wants you. Lena, OMG, he's huge. Mira, Ren, honey, he looks like he wants to eat you. Jun, in a biblical way, I typed back furiously. He wants peace and quiet. He's probably here to judge my microwave, or to watch me suffer. Then, a voice behind me. No, I don't. I froze, turned slowly. Aiden was looking at me, directly, deeply. Too late, I am caughtly. You, I croaked. You read that? You typed loudly. I wanted to die. My phone buzzed again. Mira. OMG, did he see that? Lena. Tell him he can eat you, I don't mind. June. Ask his size. I slammed the phone face down on the table. Aiden stared at me. Your friends are loud. Yeah, well, that's a side effect of having friends. He tilted his head slightly. You don't want me to leave. I what? Who, excuse me? He didn't blink. You keep looking at me, he said. Then looking away, then looking again. He said. Then looking away, then looking again. I have eyes, I shouted. His lips twitched again. I wanted to scream. It happened fast, too fast. I was pacing around the room muttering about microwaves and humiliating group chats when a small wave of heat rolled under my skin, just a flicker, barely there. But enough. Aiden straightened instantly. His eyes darkened, jaw tightened, shoulders squared, like a predator scenting blood. I froze mid-step. I whispered. Aiden? He took one step toward me, not threatening, just instinctual, protective, too protective. He inhaled once, sharp and deep. Ren, he murmured, voice low like he was holding something back. Your scent is shifting. No, it's not, I lied instantly. He closed the distance another step. Yes, he said quietly. It is. My body reacted like he was dangerous, which he kind of was. Okay, stop coming closer. I panicked, holding a hand out like a traffic officer. He halted immediately. His chest rose and fell like he was controlling his breathing with effort. I apologize, he said. Soft, clipped, restrained. I didn't mean to startle you. You didn't, I lied again. I'm very unstartled, extremely calm, like a diluted soup. He blinked slowly. A what? Never mind. Forget I speak. He exhaled, a slow, controlled breath. I won't leave, he said, voice softer now. But I will give you space. That stunned me more than anything. He stepped back, hands behind his back, broad body held in rigid control, like he was protecting me from himself. My chest squeezed. Why? I whispered. His eyes lifted to mine, dark and steady. Because you're not alone, he said. Not while I'm here. My heart tripped over itself. I hated it. I loved it. I wanted to throw him out the window. I wanted him to stay forever. But all I managed to say was, fine, but don't touch anything. You already killed my microwave. His shoulders shook. A laugh. Barely there, but real. And for some reason, that tiny sound was enough to make something warm uncurl in my chest, something dangerous, something that felt a lot like wanting him here, even before my heat arrived. Listen, I am a strong, independent omega. I can handle minor inconveniences like bills, disappointing parents, and Aiden breathing too close to me. But this treacherous, preheat hormonal nonsense? Absolutely not. My body wakes up in the morning and decides, hey, let's sabotage him today. I swing my legs off the bed and immediately feel too warm, too sensitive, too everything. Nope, I tell my body out loud like an unhinged man. Not happening. I refuse. Behind me, Aiden knocks on the door, because apparently my suffering summons him like a Pokemon. Ren, breakfast. His voice does something to my spinal cord, something illegal. I cough, hide my face in the pillow, and shout, I'm fine! Lie. A beautiful, sparkling lie. I get up, wobble a little, but pretend I didn't. Chest tight, cheeks hot, heart confused. Aiden is in the kitchen when I emerge, hair messy, hoodie too big, dignity very small. He looks up and instantly narrows his eyes. Damn him. Why does he always look like he's analyzing a crime scene? The crime being me. Ren, he says with that quiet, too perceptive tone. You're sent. No, it's not, I cut him off. I'm normal. I'm the definition of normal. I'm the Olympic champion of normal. You're sweating. That's because I'm allergic to mornings. Aiden gives me that slow blink, the one that says, this omega is one bad decision from face planting. Fine. Yes, my hormones are tap dancing, but he doesn't need to know that. Except he does, because he's staring at me like I'm a live grenade. Ren, he says calmly, you're not okay. I am. My body chooses that moment to sway like a dying tree. Aiden steps forward instantly. I step back instantly and slam into the counter. Ow! Aiden sighs. The alpha sigh team. The one that sounds like he's 2 seconds from picking me up and bubble wrapping me. He murmurs, you're breaking in front of me. And I am choosing to ignore that, I snap, pointing aggressively at the toaster like it's the root of all evil. Aiden just watches me. Caring, concerned, solid. Unfortunately, I'm over here melting like a candle left in the sun. Perfect. Amazing. 10:10 morning. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I march into the bathroom and announce to myself, cold shower, reset the system, shock the hormones, science. I turn the water on. It hits me. I screech. Oh my God, this is the elderly water of Narnia. Freezing. Arctic. Ice Age 4. Ren's suffering. I grit my teeth. No weakness. I'm strong. I'm a powerful omega with standards. Water continues murdering me. After a full minute, my skin stops screaming, but my body, it's not resetting. In fact, it's heating more. Are you kidding me? I yell at the ceiling. What kind of biological betrayal? I finish the shower, step out, and realize I am. Red, dizzy, starving, and vibrating like someone put me on a paint mixer. I grab a towel. My knees wobble. My vision spots. I mutter, if I pass out naked, I'm haunting everyone. Then the floor tilts. Oh, that's fun. Before I hit the ground, arms wrap around me. Strong. Warm. Aiden. Why does he always appear at the most embarrassing moments? I groan. Great! Perfect timing! Would you like to see more humiliation? I have a menu. He doesn't even react to my sarcasm. He just lifts me like I'm made of cotton. I squeak. Put me down, you muscular home invader! You were literally falling, Aiden says, deadpan, carrying me into the bedroom. I fall with style. No, you do not. He sets me on the bed gently, brushing damp hair from my forehead like some tragic romance hero, which is not helpful. My heartbeat is basically screaming, Alpha proximity detected, abort mission. Aiden's voice lowers. Your temperature's rising. That's because the water was cold and I'm alive. Aiden presses the back of his hand to my cheek. His fingers are warm, much too warm, and my body reacts like an idiot, like a traitor. My breath shudders. Aiden goes still. Oh, God. The tension does that thing where it expands like a balloon about to explode. I slap his hand away dramatically. No touching. I am unstable, like a shopping cart with one bad wheel. His lips twitch. He is amused. I am dying. Ren, he murmurs, your pheromones are spiking. I do not accept that, I announce. Aiden steps closer. I step back, except there is no back, just the headboard. He places a hand on the wall beside my head, boxing me in without touching me. My heart does a full Olympic sprint. Ren, he says softly, you're not in heat yet, but you're close. I glare at him, cheeks burning. Well, whose fault is that? You're here being all alpha-y. His eyes drop to my lips. My brain, error, system overheating. His other hand lifts, slow, gentle, fingertips brushing my jaw. Oh no. My breath catches. My body leans into him before I can reject my entire existence. Aiden inhales sharply. His face lowers to mine. Closer. Closer. I freeze. But do I move? No. I just sit there like a malfunctioning toaster. Our noses almost touch. My pulse is loud enough to break windows. His lips part. My eyes flutter. And then I panic like a chicken with one brain cell. I jerk sideways to escape, but my foot catches the blanket. I slip. I spin. I crash into the bedside table. The lamp falls. I fall. Aiden lunges to catch me, but only manages to grab the air of my dignity. I hit the floor with the grace of a dead fish. Ow. Aiden kneels beside me, face somewhere between worried and trying very hard not to laugh. Ren, he says gently, are you hurt? My soul is broken, I groan. My pride is dead, my butt is bruised. Send flowers. His chest shakes. He's laughing. The alpha is laughing at me. I stare up at him, betrayed. Don't laugh at my pain. I'm not, he says, completely lying. You just fell very dramatically. I'm a dramatic person. You are, he agrees, and his voice is so soft I almost combust. He helps me sit up and I swear my heart reboots, because he's close, too close. And I'm still dizzy, still warm, still on the edge of something terrifying. Aiden meets my eyes. We should talk about what almost happened, he says. I immediately slap a hand over his mouth. No, we should not. His eyes widen. Nothing happened. Nothing almost happened. This timeline is canceled. Aiden slowly pulls my hand away. His voice drops to a rumble. Ren, I'm not going anywhere. Oh no. My hormones squeal. My brain short circuits. I blurt out the only thing that makes sense. That's the problem. It happens at 3:42 p.m., a cursed hour, a suspicious hour, a Ren is minding his own business, failing at life peacefully hour, and then, beep, beep, beep. My phone lets out the most demonic alarm known to mankind. Heat alert. Active. Severity. You're screwed. I stare at the screen. I scream, like a dramatic Victorian woman seeing ankles for the first time. No! I throw myself across the couch. My soul leaves my body. My dignity packs its bags. Aiden appears in the doorway like he was waiting for it. Not surprised, not confused, just ready. Broad shoulders, calm eyes. I'm an alpha who invests in common sense energy radiating off him. He just says, it's starting. What a beautiful observation, I scream into a pillow. I'm going to perish, goodbye, bury me with my snacks. Aiden walks over like a freaking glacier on legs. No, he simply says. What do you mean, no? This is not a negotiable scenario, Your Highness. You won't perish. He said, I will, I argue. I am fragile. I am delicate. I am a souffle. He raises an eyebrow. Ren, get up! I peek out of the pillow. Why? So I can die somewhere more aesthetically pleasing? Aiden doesn't answer. He just scoops me up. Scoops me up like I weigh nothing. I squeak like an offended mouse. Sir! Sir, unhand me. Alpha handling without permission. I will report you to HR. You don't work in an office, he reminds me calmly. I can still report you. He ignores me and heads to the bedroom. I flop in his arms, vibrating with hormones and poor life choices. Heat sucks. Aiden being hot during heat sucks more. I bury my face in his chest and wail, "This is the worst day of my life." "It's not," he says. "It is, and you can't stop it." Yes, I can. The confidence, the tone, the audacity. I internally combust, and we haven't even started the suffering yet. Aiden puts me on the bed gently, like I am made of glass and sarcasm. Then he starts moving around the room. I blink. What are you doing? He closes the windows, lowers the temperature, sets up water and snacks beside the bed. Adjusts pillows, lights a neutralizing scent diffuser, basically turns my chaotic bedroom into a heat-safe bunker. I point a shaky finger at him. "You knew this was coming." "Yes," he says. "I didn't know this was coming." "I know." "Stop knowing things." He doesn't. Of course not. My scent spikes again. Warm, sweet, embarrassing. Aiden's jaw ticks. Oh, he felt that. Alpha reflex, alpha instincts, alpha, Ren, you're testing my self-control expression. He tries not to react. He fails a little. "Ren," he says gently, "your scent is high. Lie down." I flop onto the bed dramatically. I am now a dying poet. Tell my fictional children I love them. You don't have Let me have the moment. Heat rises under my skin. My breathing gets messy. My head spins. I narrate the suffering because I'm incapable of suffering quietly. My bones are boiling. My brain is screaming. My soul is leaving my body. My hormones are doing the Harlem Shake. Aiden sits beside me. His expression softens. Barely, but enough. "Drink water," he says. "Stop being responsible," I whisper harshly. "You need to stay hydrated." Hydration is a lie. Love is a lie. Everything is a lie except the fact that I'm dying. Aiden calmly holds the cup to my lips. I drink, because he's hot and I have no self-respect left. But the heat gets worse. My skin prickles. My heartbeat stutters. My scent spirals. Aiden inhales sharply, head tilting slightly as if trying to brace himself. His voice drops lower, more gravelly. "Ren, breathe. I'm here." And that? That makes everything 10 times worse. Because why does he sound like the promise of a safe place? "Stop," I whisper. "Stop what?" "Being like that. You're messing with my already messed up situation." He looks confused. Then he looks like he knows exactly what I mean. But he doesn't move away, not even an inch. Everything gets hazy, hot, too much, too intense. I grab at the sheets, panting. "Why is it worse when you're close?" Aiden freezes. His pupils expand slightly. Because he knows, I know, we both know. I'm spiraling, I'm delirious, I'm vulnerable, and apparently I'm also loud. Words spill out before I can stop them. I hate this, I hate you, you're hot, it's annoying, stop being hot. Silence. My heart drops into my stomach. Oh no, no. Aiden's expression shifts, not shocked, not smug, something darker, softer, like he's been waiting for those words in some twisted dream. He leans in slowly. I freeze helplessly. His hand curves around my jaw. His breath washes over my neck. And then he bites. Not hard, not deep. A claiming bite. Right where my scent is strongest. My entire world shatters. I choke on air, sound, embarrassment. Aiden's voice lowers to a quiet, trembling whisper. "I don't hate that you want me." My neurons commit mass suicide. I slap both hands over my face. Oh my God, take it back. Take back everything that just happened." He doesn't. He actually touches my wrist lightly. "Ren, look at me." "No, I am dead. I have died. You are talking to a ghost. He sighs, soft, warm, and rests his forehead lightly against mine. Not pushing, not demanding, just there. And somehow that is worse. I whimper. You weren't supposed to hear that. I did. You were supposed to leave. I won't. I'm going to sue you for emotional damage. He almost smiles. I'll pay. With interest. I kick weakly at him. He doesn't flinch. My face is on fire, my brain is fried, my soul is packing its bags. Oh God, you're all looking at me, aren't you? Stop. Stop watching this disaster. Yeah, I am talking to you, watching us, I caught you. Lights off. Good night. Aiden's quiet laugh follows. And that's how I officially die of heat and humiliation. I wake up and immediately regret all life choices that led to this precise moment. Because I'm on top of Aiden. I blink, slowly, carefully. Yes. My face is pressed to his chest. His chest. That chest. That terrifying, impossibly broad, I'm an alpha and also your doom chest. And he's awake. Of course he's awake. He's never not awake. Not moving, not complaining, just calmly existing. Like he's a human-shaped glacier. I freeze. My brain short-circuits. This is not happening. I am dead. I am officially, canonically dead. I attempt to scoot off, but apparently my limbs are morons. They don't listen. My elbow catches his arm. He shifts slightly. A muscle moves. Oh God. The muscle. I inhale sharply. He doesn't even glance down at me. Doesn't sigh. Doesn't shove me off. He just waits. Like he's a patient, immortal predator. And I'm the absolutely oblivious prey. I die inside. Twice. Then my stomach betrays me by making a noise like a dying raccoon. I want to crawl into a hole. Or a pillow. Or the floor. Preferably the floor. I whisper, why am I like this? Why is my life a continuous sequence of poor decisions and chest-related disasters? Aiden shifts just enough to make the vibration of his heartbeat tickle my ear. And then I die again, because one death is never enough when Aiden exists. I finally gather enough courage to squirm off him. I sit up, awkwardly, like a potato with too many nerves, and glare. You don't move? I ask. He raises an eyebrow, slow, deliberate. Why would I? He says. His voice, that calm, low, impossibly smooth voice that should be illegal to omegas. I don't know. Maybe because you're lying there while I'm suffering, pinned by whatever this is? Aiden sighs, and it's one of those infuriatingly casual sighs that makes the room feel colder. Ren, it wasn't the alert that brought me here. Wait, what? I choke on air. My brain audibly screeches. It wasn't the alert, I wheeze. No, he murmurs. I've been watching you. For weeks, my lungs fail. My heartbeat decides it's a rock concert. My face is warm enough to melt metal. What? I manage to squeak, very close to hyperventilation. Every morning, every evening, every trivial move you made, I noticed, he says, voice dropping lower, dark but calm, like a storm that's slowly crushing sanity. I clutch at the sheets like they're the only thing keeping me alive. Oh my God, you're literally terrifying. Did you install cameras? Is this stalking? Can I call the police? How is this legal? He doesn't answer. He just steps closer, closer, his presence, suffocating and magnetic all at once. You noticed me? I whisper, blinking like a confused idiot. Yes, and now I'm here, he says. I can feel my knees weaken. My brain files a formal complaint against my own body. Are you trying to kill me? Because congratulations. You are doing it beautifully, I mutter. He doesn't smile. But there's a flicker. Something faint. Something dangerous. And I swear, if I weren't an omega currently melting into a puddle, I'd be running. Just when I think I might actually survive this conversation, Beep, beep, beep. Heat alert, full-on peak of doom level. My body flares. My scent shoots into the stratosphere like fireworks. My knees buckle. My brain does a backflip. Aiden stiffens. Oh no. Oh no. My pulse is practically announcing its betrayal. I'm going to, perish again? I stammer, waving my arms like a waving flag at enemy forces. He steps closer, fast but careful, and there's that sharp inhale, that tiny hitch in his breath. He's nearly losing control. The temperature in the room feels like a nuclear meltdown. My brain is fried, my limbs are jelly, my hormones are throwing a rave in my bloodstream, and he stops, pulls back slightly, just enough that I can see the sheer restraint etched on his face. Oh, my knees go soft again. Wait, I'm not scared anymore. Heat hits like a truck. Aiden is that truck's driver. And somehow, I don't hate him. Look, I would like the world to know that I did not plan to have an emotional breakdown in front of Aiden at 8 in the morning while wearing a shirt that said, "Not today, Satan." But here we are. He's sitting on the edge of my bed, looking at me like I'm a skittish cat he's trying to slowly introduce to human affection. Meanwhile, I'm trying not to spontaneously combust every time he breathes. So, Aiden says softly, I can leave if you want space. Space. Yes, space would be nice. Space would be great. Space is currently illegal because the moment he shifts even an inch away from me, my chest tightens like I'm being vacuum sealed. I flop onto my pillow dramatically. I don't want you to leave. Great, amazing, beautiful. Look at me being emotionally honest like an idiot. He freezes. His eyes soften. A tiny smile curves his lips. Rare, dangerous, illegal. Smiling should not make an alpha hotter, but somehow it does, and I feel personally attacked. You don't? He asks. I groan. Don't make me repeat it. I already reached my emotional quota for the week. Another small smile. My heart violently kicks the inside of my ribs like, yes, do that again. He shifts closer, voice low. Okay, I'll stay, Ren. I pretend to roll my eyes, but inside I am mentally twirling like a Disney princess. Things escalate. Not in the rated M, lock your door way. More like the, my instincts are screaming at me to rub against this man like a cat way. I'm sitting on the bed trying to regulate my breathing, trying to pretend my heat hasn't left lasting emotional damage. Aiden sits beside me, warm, steady, scent soft and grounding. And my traitor body leans toward him. Just slightly. Just enough for his chest to brush mine when he inhales. Aiden stills. Doesn't move. Doesn't touch me. Which is somehow worse. You're doing that on purpose, I mutter, glaring at his stupid calm face. His lips twitch. Doing what? Existing. Ah, Aiden said. What a? Sir, this is not the time to be attractive and smug. My heart hammers. Aiden reaches up slowly, giving me every chance to pull away. His hand cups my jaw, thumb brushing my cheek. I melt like cheap chocolate left in a car. His forehead leans near mine. Our breaths mix. My instincts scream yes. My ego screams abort. My brain screams help. Aiden's voice drops to a whisper. I won't touch you unless you say the words, Ren. My entire nervous system short-circuits like a burning toaster. The words, the words. I jerk back slightly, cheeks flaming. Wow, bold of you to assume I can speak right now. His thumb rubs my jaw again, soothing. Take your time. Sir, stop being patient and sexy at the same time. My lifespan cannot handle this. I don't say the words, but I lean into him again, which is worse. Here's the thing about instincts. They are rude, and they do not care about my pride or my desire to seem normal. One moment I'm sitting there pretending I'm fine. The next moment, bam. Heat aftershocks hit, not the painful ones, but the clingy, needy, alpha stay close ones. I reach for Aiden without thinking. He catches me immediately, arm around my waist, steady like a wall I can lean on. My forehead drops to his shoulder, breath uneven. Great. I am officially a koala. He adjusts his hold, calm and slow. Easy. Easy, says the man who is not currently melting. His scent washes over me, cedar, warm spice, something grounding. My eyes flutter. My body relaxes against him like he's the only thing keeping me tethered. Ren, he murmurs, voice low. I've got you. Of course he does. He always does. Annoying, emotionally dangerous man. I swallow, my voice barely above a whisper. Stay. Everything goes silent. He doesn't question it, doesn't hesitate. He just holds me tighter. I'll stay, he murmurs against my hair. Something in my chest goes soft, too soft, uncomfortably soft. We stay like that for a long while, me pretending I'm not snuggling, him pretending he's not enjoying it. Then, Aiden's phone buzzes. He stiffens slightly. I have a meeting. I need to step out for 15 minutes. 15 minutes? That is basically abandonment. My hand tightens on his shirt before my brain can stop me. I feel lonely when you're not here. The second I hear myself, I want to fling myself out the window. Aiden freezes, then very slowly turns to look at me. Lonely? He repeats softly. I cover my face. Forget I said anything. His hand gently pulls my wrist away from my face. Ren. Oh no. He's using the gentle voice. The, you're precious and I will ruin the world for you voice. I'm always here, he says quietly, even when I have to step out. My heart does a backflip. Then he adds, dead serious. But if you feel lonely even with that, then maybe I should give you something permanent, something that stays with you even when I'm not in the room. I blink. Like what? He leans closer, lips near my ear. Let me make you a baby. System error. Blue screen. Ren Xe has stopped working. My entire face combusts. I shove him weakly. What? You can't just say that. He only smirks, this tiny, dangerous curve of his lips. Oh, I can, he murmurs. And I will. I swear my soul left my body. I wake up. I'm alive. Not dead, not melted, not emotionally ruined beyond repair. Okay, fine. Maybe a little emotionally ruined, but that's standard for me. The first thing I register is that the heat haze finally broke. My body feels normal-ish. My head feels lighter. My dignity is still missing, but honestly, that was gone years ago. The second thing I register is Aiden, in my kitchen, cooking. Again. Lord, help us all. I drag myself out of bed, shuffle to the doorway like a zombie emerging from a crypt, and stare. He's standing there, shirt half tucked, hair messy, sleeves rolled up, making something. Something that smells suspiciously edible, which immediately makes me suspicious. I narrow my eyes. If the smoke detector goes off, I'm pretending I don't know you. He glances back, unfazed. Good morning, Ren. Ugh, the morning voice. Deep, warm, ill-intentioned, illegal. You look alive, he adds. I am alive, I say. Barely, like a reanimated corpse, but hot. He actually chuckles. Chuckles. Aiden. The man who could out-emotionless a statue. I step closer and peer into the pan. What is this? A threat? A cry for help? He plates something, places it in front of me. Eat it! I poke it with a fork like it might attack me. He raises an eyebrow. I didn't burn anything this time. That's what you said about the microwave before it exploded. It didn't explode. It made a noise, a threatening one. He presses his lips together, fighting a smile, and I'm about to roast him again when he leans forward and kisses me. Mid-insult, rude, illegal, unfair, perfect. My brain does a full Windows shutdown. My fork drops, my soul leaves my body. He pulls back with the softest smirk I've ever seen on a human being. Breakfast, he murmurs, is not the only thing I'm good at. I cover my face with my hands. I'm going to combust again. Don't, he says calmly. I just cleaned. There are moments in life when you know you've made a grave mistake. Telling my friends? One of them. Group chat, the Chaos Coven time, 10:02 a.m. Me. So, hypothetically, if someone might be sort of, fine dating an alpha, what would you say? 3 seconds later, Lonnie, oh my God, you? Dating? Send pictures or I'm breaking in Kai. Who is he? Is he hot? Wait, is he the tall, broody one, Min? Ren, did you finally touch grass? Lonnie, is he the one who carried you during heat? I bet he is. You always fall for the dangerous ones. Can you all stop for 1 second? I'm having a crisis. Kai, post a selfie with him now. Me. No? Lonnie messaged, I'm coming over. I typed blocked by. I tossed my phone face down on the couch like it personally betrayed me. Aiden, of course, chooses that moment to walk in, sipping coffee like the most stable man alive. He glances at my red face. Problem? My friends think we're dating. He pauses, raises one eyebrow, slowly. Are we not? He asks. I sputter. I mean, maybe look, I don't know, okay? I'm still recalibrating my entire life. He steps closer, crowding my personal space, because apparently boundaries are fake. His voice dips. You don't have to rush anything. I glare at him, flustered. Great, amazing. Love that for you. Meanwhile, I'm being yelled at by 3 lunatics who want to interrogate you. Let them, he says. I choke. What? No? They will eat you alive. He takes another sip. I don't mind. I stare. This man is absolutely out of his mind. Why am I attracted to this? It happens later. We're on the couch. The room is quiet. His hand is resting near mine, not touching. Close enough to feel the warmth. Ren, he says softly. I look up. His eyes are calm, steady, intent. The kind of look that tells you he's about to ruin your emotional stability again. When your next heat comes, he pauses. My heart stops. I want us to make the bond official. My face catches fire. The bond? I squeak. Like the actual bond, the permanent one, the forever one? Yes. He says it so simply my stomach flips. I stare at him, flustered, overwhelmed, and absolutely not prepared for this level of alpha confidence today. You say that like there won't be a next time, I snap automatically. He smirks. This smirk should be jailed, classified as a biological weapon. There will be a next time, he says, voice low, unless you plan on running from me before then. I throw a pillow at him. Why do you talk like that? He catches the pillow with one hand. I'm telling the truth. I open my mouth to argue. Close it. Open it again. Because the awful, humiliating reality is, I want there to be a next time. I want him. His steadiness. His stupid, calm voice. His warm hands. The way he looks at me like I hung the moon and also broke it. He leans in again, closer, dangerously close. Ren, he says quietly, you don't have to answer now. Just know that when you're ready, I'll be here. My chest tightens, but not the bad way. The stupid, soft way. I try to roll my eyes, but my voice betrays me and comes out small. Yeah, I know. So when are going to shatter my loneliness? He touches my cheek with the gentlest brush of his knuckles and said, Now, baby, I am always ready. He leans in, lips barely brushing mine, and murmurs, I want you, every version of you every day. And just like that, my loneliness doesn't stand a chance.